Hello everybody, as we look at our 2002 playoff grid here, entering the second race of the round of 8 at Rockingham. Sterling Marlin, all he needs to be is 59 points above 4th in the points at exiting this race to clinch a spot in the championship. For Ryan Newman is looking comfortably above the cut line. Then Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson sit 7 and 2 to the good, with Matt Kenseth, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Michael Waltrip all still within 15 points of the cut line, so it can go either way. So we'll see what's going to happen as we head to the Rockingham Speedway, North Carolina, for the second race of the round of 8. And welcome to Rockingham here in North Carolina as we get ready to get underway here for the second race of the round of 8 in the Winston Cup Series playoffs. Kurt Busch, championship contender, enters third in the playoff grid on the pole and gets a huge jump on the start. Gets ahead of the 10 of Johnny Benson. A beautiful start right there by Kurt Busch, and he's already off to the early lead over Johnny Benson as Kurt Busch looks to find his way into the championship 4 with a strong performance today. Hopefully for him a win, we will see. Kurt Busch leads over Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, and Matt Kenseth is your second championship contender, running in 5th place. The Roush Racing cars starting off this race very solidly, looking to be in contention, looking to be a threat for this race win. We'll see. Kurt Busch, though, leading this race. Johnny Benson running in 2nd. Trying to chase him down as he looks throughout the pack. Rusty Wallace, Jimmy Johnson running horrible right now, all the way outside the top 30 at the back of the field, not where they need to be running, in jeopardy of being eliminated from the playoffs if they do not save their running positions. Of course, you got Newman, Marlin, Jarrett running mid-pack, but towards the front you got Michael Waltrip, Kenseth, and of course race leader Kurt Busch at Rockingham. And now a caution has come out on lap 9. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson is out of the race. Massive playoff implications. The 48 is out, and all of a sudden, Jimmy Johnson, who entered this race 2 points to the good above Matt Kenseth, is now out of this race and dead last, and is going to lose a ton of points to the cut line, and that is going to hurt him dearly. And Jimmy Johnson now most likely will have to go out and win Phoenix, the finale of the round of 8, the cutoff race to make the championship 4, the rookie. But Kurt Busch leads in his sophomore season comfortably over Johnny Benson. Now on to the last lap, lap 22. Johnny Benson Jr. continuing to lead this race over the 21 of Elliott Sadler and the 6 of Mark Martin. Kurt Busch has fallen back to 6th place, a little bit further back than we would typically. So we got 4 wide back here. Brett Bodine, Newman, Schrader contacted to the wall. Around goes Brett Bodine. The 11 goes spinning, and into the inside wall he will go. Caution will wave. 4 wide does not work here, Rockingham. Rusty Wallace, your regular season champion, hard in the outside wall. Big damage. And then Ken Schrader and Brett Bodine. Obviously Schrader gets some damage, so it bounces off, and then that sends Brett Bodine spinning into Bill Elliott, and then Brett Bodine slides in the inside wall. Bodine's car destroyed. Rusty Wallace heavily damaged, can hurt his championship hopes. So a crash brings out the caution as Johnny Benson leads now on to the last lap of stage 1. Johnny Benson leads, looking to get the stage win here in Rockingham. You got Bobby Labonte having a tremendous run in 2nd, and Kurt Busch in 3rd. As you see, we wait for the lap car of Rusty Wallace across the start-finish line, which he does. So Johnny Benson going to come through turn 3 and 4 here at Rockingham for the final time in stage 1. So Johnny Benson wins stage 1 at Rockingham, followed by Bobby Labonte and Kurt Busch. And then Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, Kenny Wallace, Mike Skinner, Robbie Gordon, Steve Park, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Your top 10 in the stage. Johnny Benson gets a playoff point. Of course, he won Dover in the first round of the playoffs to get his first win of the season, doing pretty good. You see Kenny Wallace is out of the race there in 13th. But there's a lot of guys in front of Johnny Benson trying to get back on the lead lap, including Kurt Busch. So here I'm going to toss the yellow command as soon as we can to get all these guys back on the lead lap, just for an overall better race here. As we go down the back stretch here behind us, there's some contact. Around goes the 8 of Dale Jr. into the inside wall hard. Jr. gets turned by Mark Martin. The caution will come out once again. I mean, I had already tossed the yellow command, but Jr. gets turned head-on, hit into the inside wall thanks to Mark Martin. Remember, these two drivers are fighting for 17th in points coming into this race, and a hard crash takes out Dale Earnhardt Jr. from contention after Mark Martin sends him into the inside wall in dramatic fashion. Meanwhile, back at the front, the guys were fighting to get by. Jeff Green has taken the lead from Johnny Benson and Jeff Gordon on the restart. So Jeff Green will now lead us back to green on lap 182. Johnny Benson's back there in 3rd. Rusty Wallace in the 2 back there He's, of course, one of your round of 8 drivers, having a horrible round so far. A couple laps down today, way off the pace, causing all sorts of problems behind him. Big contact, and we got 4 or 5 cars going to the inside wall. There goes Mayfield, Dave Blaney, John Andretti, and Steve Park, but everyone saves it except poor Jeremy Mayfield, who ends up getting completely turned around and wrecked here down the backstretch. I mean, this was crazy. We had 5 guys all go down the inside wall at the same time. So Dave Blaney completely sideways saves it somehow by some miracles. You see what happens here is Mayfield gets bounced off of Steve Park. He gets turned, and Andretti gets into Dave Blaney. Mike Wallace got a piece of it, and all hell was breaking loose right there. But Mayfield is done, and all these guys back here, 4 wide racing, somehow not crashing with how aggressive they are on the exit of the corner. Steve Parkadale Jr. almost crashed. Kurt Busch nearly involved in that. Very lucky to avoid being involved, as Jeff Green will continue to lead at Rockingham. Now Matt Kenseth pits, throwing away the Stage 2 win. Now Jeff Gordon will take the last lap of Stage 2 in the lead, looking to get to Stage 1. It's Johnny Benson and Matt Kenseth, who were running 1-2, both just pitted, tossed away stage points, and pretty much contention for the rest of the races. They're going to go 1 lap down here, as Jeff Gordon comes down the backstretch for the final time, going to get a playoff point in the stage win. As he's had a pretty strong round of 8 here. Even, of course, he was eliminated in the round of 16. He still had a strong couple of races here. Had some good runs, as Jeff Gordon will come through to win Stage 2 here at Rockingham. Followed by Jeff Green, Bobby Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Mike Skinner, Elliott Sadler, and Michael Waltrip. Your top 10 with Kenny Schrader in 10th. Those are your top 10 to stage 2. Jeff Gordon gets a stage win. Now onto the white flag. Final lap presented by Cardinal Bank here at Rockingham for Jeff Gordon. Ever since he took the lead there at the end of stage 2, he has dominated this race and seems to be well on his way to his first win of the season. Surprisingly enough, Jeff Gordon has gone winless through the first 33 races of this 2002 season. But that is about to end today, as through 3 and 4 for the final time, your defending NR2003 champion is going to break the winless streak. Jeff Gordon wins at Rockingham. Your runner-up is going to be the 97 of Kurt Busch in a crucial points day. Third is going to be the 18 of Bobby Labonte, finally having something positive here going right at the end of the season. And 4th place is going to be the 40 of Sterling Marlin, who might have possibly just clinched a spot in the Championship 4 in Phoenix. Tony Stewart is going to round out your top 5. Then you had Mark Martin, the last car on the lead lap, comes home in 6th. And then Jeff Green, Mike Skinner, Elliott Sadler, and Matt Kenseth, the top 10. Jeff Gordon, a winner here in Rockingham, our 4th consecutive race for the non-playoff driver, pulling into Ruoff Mortgage at Victory Lane here at Rockingham. See the race results on the left side of your screen. Jimmy Johnson, Rusty Wallace. A very bad day is going to leave them in almost must-win situations to the playoff grid, which we're going to view momentarily here. Now look at the playoff grid, and indeed, Sterling Marlin has clinched a spot in the Championship 4 in Homestead to fight for the championship on points with 2 strong runs in a row. Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman very comfortably above the cut line. Kurt Busch up by 32 points. Ryan Newman, the rookie, up by 24 points. And then Matt Kenseth on the playoff bubble by a small margin of just 4 points over Dale Jarrett heading to the cutoff in Phoenix. Michael Waltrip sits 11 points below the cut line in 6th, and is almost pretty much must-win territory for Jimmy Johnson, who is 7th, minus 24, and Rusty Wallace, who is 8th, minus 30. So until the cutoff race of Phoenix, I hope you all have a good one.